Okay. So as I told, SAP BW is not only application and it's an approach for reporting solutions. It's a way of reporting. So if you see, SAP BW was introduced in 1998, and it's basically is based on the star schema. So star schema is a different functionality used in the data warehousing tools. We have like waterfall star schema, extended star schema, different kinds of backend like architecture level of methodologies. So coming to the OLTP and OLAP version, like actually what is OLTP and OLAP? So OLTP is our transaction system. So for example, if you have a stores like supermarket, so every day you transact many of the transactions. So you save all your transactions into the database. So when you save all your transactions into the database, so it is considered as online transaction processing. Online transaction processing is nothing like you are connected to the internet and then your transaction. Online transaction means at the time lively you are storing all your transactions and you are keeping all your data, saving all your data. So in the same way, all your transactions are stored. But what happens to your transactions? So it is filling up in your storages and you are not using anywhere. So that's why we come up with the OLAP systems like online analytical processing. So you have the data. So all the data is stored. So what you want to do with the data? So you are storing and there is no purpose of your data or you are wasting all your storage space, but you are not utilizing the data which was you stored. So in this case, that's why we come up with analytical processing systems. So as I told in the first, the example for data or warehousing, like organizing your warehousing, the same way we are getting all the we are not getting all the transactions happen. So we are only getting whichever required. For example, if I want to know how many customers visit my one of the stores in a city, so if you want to know this kind of data, so first I need to pull what kind of information. So we need to analyze like what kind of information. One is city, so I need to get city data. I need to get customers data. I need to also see, sometimes I need to also know the revenue. So how much the each customer is generated. Usually in supermarkets, we never go by customer because it is a retail chain. So in retail chain, if you go by any any of the customer, then it will be billions of data. So every day new customer, and also you won't record each and every customer data. So in retail supermarkets, so if you want to analyze data, we usually analyze by store. So for that particular store, on that particular day, what is the revenue generated? How many products sold? So what are the products sold? What are the categories of products sold? Categories in the sense like what groceries, vegetables, basic needs, electronics, so electrical items. So all this, so you categorize and look. So if you want to do, so all the transactions are recorded. All your each transaction may have like which what is the store name, what is the date it sold, what product it sold, what product category it sold, and how much, how many items, how many quantity it sold, and what is the price into the then your revenue in the sense like how much amount paid by the customer. So all the data you have, but you have to get whichever required, and we use the ETL, extraction transformational loading, which is ETL tools. So these tools, this functionality or feature we use and we extract whichever required. For example, in this case, for a particular city, what is the store revenue on that particular day? For example, I want to know 1st May what was the revenue generated by my store in a city. Then, and as a branch, as a journal manager, so I want to know for that branch how much is generated. Then within seconds, I can see the report on my front end tools through the analytical processing. So this way, all your data you organize or you pull or whichever required from your OLTP system and store it in the OLAP system. Then you generate your reports on the front end tools. So these are the differences between OLAP and OLTP systems. So OLTP, as I said, see if you see, records each and every transaction of system, but OLAP stores only what is required. OLTP comprises of huge data, where OLAP is easy to use for analysis purpose. OLTP is like hard to access or report. It's hard to access and report in sense, for example, if I run, you can say like, why can't I run the same report on OLTP? You can run, but the data is huge volume and it's not aggregated. So it's stored as each and every record. So for example, if I'm a journal manager, if I want to run a report on OLTP, for example, for that particular branch, which is in the city, I want to know the generated revenue on the 1st of May. Then it has to process on the 1st May what are all the system has to go into the table. Then in the table, in the billions of record, because every day it's storing all the transactions. So in this billions of records, it has to go to the particular date. If your table is sorted by date, then it's easy. If it is sorted by some other purpose, some other column, like some other like customer or maybe product, then it's tough. So it has to search for that particular day. Then it has to collect all the records, in that billions of records. It has to get thousands of records on that particular day. Then it has to aggregate. Then it has to present the data to the front end reporting tools. So in this case, it takes huge time. Okay, it may be simple, but system has to put so much of background processes and so much of pressure on the processors to get but whereas it comes to the OLAP system, we have many methods, or we have many objects which can be used to aggregate the data pre-aggregated. Pre-aggregated means before coming to your reporting system, it is aggregated and stored. Then it's easier for you to show the data. So whenever, if it is already aggregated, for example, in OLAP system, you have a table where you stored only by month, by day. So for that particular day, for this store, what is the revenue generated? Just show that. Okay, means it's stored as the same. Then it is system is to go and check only one record and get to you into the front end reporting tool. So in this case, so that's why, so to get more aggregated or reporting type of data, we use OLAP systems. That's why the performance also far better when compared to the OLTP systems. So these are the major differences on OLTP and OLAP. Okay, so SAP BW has a different kinds, because it's not only a extraction tool, which I told, it's not only an ETL tool. It also has different ways, different features like modeling, extraction, and reporting. So modeling is like, for example, as I told you, if I want to get whether I want to get the billion number of records, or whether I want to get only particular records which I need for my reporting purpose. So in this case, for example, I want to get only city, product category, revenue, and day. So day is very important, because, for example, let's say if you say I bought a 42-inch LED TV, then you ask when. So date is very important. So when, and also where. So where you bought this TV. So where, and what type, what brand. So brand is like Samsung or LG. So in this case, so we require few of the important data to get. So in order to get this data, we need to do some uh, basic like a basic construction of your structures or models in order to pull the data before pulling the data. So once your model is ready, or construction or structures are ready, then you can extract from different sources. You can extract from your website, where you can extract from Oracle, Teradata. So different kinds like Java or whatever the access, whichever the way, whichever the whatever the source you have. So any kind of source you can extract the data and store it into your OLAP system, which is SAP BW. Then on top of that, we also have reporting feature on SAP BW. But most of the tools on the market doesn't have this reporting inside the same, like SAP BW, which has reporting. But usually, if you go outside, Informatica doesn't have any reporting tool. Redshift doesn't have any reporting tool. Whereas if you come to the Power BI, it's just a reporting tool, but it doesn't have modeling extraction. Like Tableau. Tableau also is doesn't have the. It's just a reporting. It doesn't have the modeling and extraction or transformation of data. So this way, so all your features like modeling, extraction, reporting. So most whatever you require, all the features are available in SAP BW. Okay. So as I told, like in modeling also we have two phases, which is designing and development. So designing, so in designing phase, so most of the architects or team leads are involved. But designing, usually even the developers also think of a design way, designing as a designer. But designing is like okay, you have the requirement. So for example, I need to build an warehouse, I need to build an house, or I need to have a report. So you just business gave you a report. I want to see this report. But in order to get to show this report, so what kind of steps I need to take? I need designing. So in this design, you will think like okay, what are all required objects, or what are all the required columns, and where should I get the data? Okay, you check like okay, business told I need to get the data from Oracle or Teradata or whatever the website he provides. Then you have to design the documents. Like you usually in each phase we document all the details, because for example, if I did the development and I left the company or I left the organization, then it may be tough for the new people who ever joined and cope up with the design or development you did. So in order to that, each phase we have documentation. So in designing phase, we have design document where we mention all the details, and in the development, so you usually the team lead discuss the designing with the developers, and then developers will start the development based on the design. So extraction. So SAP BW, as I told, it can store all the data. It can retrieve, or it can get all the data from different sources. So in this case, so we can get a different kind of data from like flat file, SAP, ERP, ECC, DB Connect, UD Connect. So DB Connect is one of the method where it connects to the different databases. UD Connect is one of the method which connects to the Java or web servers, whichever your online portals also. So these are the different methodologies SAP BW has provided to extract the data from different sources. Coming to the reporting, so we have different kinds of reporting tools, but even SAP, as I told, SAP BW has internal reporting tool, which is we call it as Bex Query Designer, and SAP BI. SAP BI is like a web intelligence analysis for Office, Lumira Design. So these are the few of SAP provided another reporting tools. So Lumira Design, which has the stories, and also which is most important for the KPIs dashboard. And analysis for office is having an add-ins to your existing Microsoft Office. So, for example, if you have access Office, then it will be analysis for Office is nothing but it will add in for all the PowerPoint, Excel, Word. So all these three kinds of add-ins as provided. So whenever, for example, if you open the Excel and you through this add-in, you can get all the data in the Excel format. So usually most of the senior management people or managers, so they are good at Excel. Then they can do their slicing, dicing, or whatever macros or uh, everything they can do there on their own, and then they can work on the Excels for detailed reporting. And for PowerPoint, even for PowerPoint presentations, also it has an add-in where you can, for example, if I want to present a KPIs or if I want to present like a small data from the system, you can get the data into your PowerPoint and present to your managers. So web intelligence is like a detailed plus graphical kind of tool where you can see the reports in attractive outlook compared to the analysis for his office is Excel version, and this is both like detailed and chart and graphical versions you can see. And Power BI is nowadays we are listening more about Power BI, and Power BI is a Microsoft tool. So it's kind of a tool which also on the cloud and also the on-premise, but it has to connect to the your one of your database like SAP BW or HANA or different databases, we we run the reports on the Power BI. Tableau, ClickView is another kind of reporting tools uh, which are used mostly on the reporting side. So this is about me. Okay, so this is about all the SAP BW and the basics of SAP BW. If you have any questions, you just let me know. I can answer your questions. Or else, if you want, and I can also provide you. Like there are different uh, new technologies coming in. For example, yes, HANA. So HANA is what is HANA? I can also give some basic knowledge on the HANA, SAP HANA, and also SAP ABAP. So in BW also we use some of the SAP ABAP, which is a programming. So programming in the sense, so you may be afraid, like some of the people may be afraid, like I cannot do, I'm not good at programming, and how can it? But in SAP BW, programming is very less is used. But if you know the programming, it's an advantage for you. But nowadays on the HANA, we have different kind of program, which is SQL, most of the SQL kind of programming. So if you know SQL, then it's easy for you. But if you doesn't know SQL also, it's not a big task because it's easily understandable and easily write. We can easily write the program. So SAP ABAP mostly used in complex scenarios. For example, if I want to uh, g- do most of the complex logics in my transformation of the data, so in this case, we use SAP ABAP, which is a programming. Sorry, and we also have newly like AMDP. So AMDP programming is mostly used on HANA, BW on HANA systems. So AMDP is like a SQL kind of programming. So AMDP mostly AMDP is faster, little like not too much difference between ABAP programming and AMDP programming. AMDP is faster to write. I mean, for example, in ABAP, if you write 1,000 lines of code, whereas in ANDP it may be like 150 or 200 lines of code. So this is a drastical reduce in the coding, and also the performance wise it may be a little bit better when you come to the AMDP, whereas in ABAP it may be like few microseconds. It's not too much of difference in the performance, but AMDP is always faster in writing because it has less number of codes, and with less number of codes you can achieve your requirement. So that's why nowadays most SAP is also encouraging for the AMDP, because instead of and also HANA system, it's optimized for HANA. Then it's easier uh, for you to understand and get the data. Then what is SAP HANA? So SAP HANA is an usually SAP HANA. Many people they think like it's just a database, but SAP HANA is not only a database; it's an appliance, which is it also has database and also has a features to utilize the database and utilize the features of the database. It's like, for example, you have a machine. So you have a machine, but without knowing without utilizing the machine, if you doesn't know the machine, then if you it doesn't, you cannot use this machine. So like same way, if you have the database and you just storing the data, then it's no purpose. Like if you say Oracle or Terra database, just storing your data and you are organizing your data and upgrading your database. But it doesn't solve your purpose. You have to use another kind of tools to utilize your data in the database. So SAP HANA provides you the HANA Studio and also different functionalities uh, to utilize your data and even to generate your own reports on your data. So SAP HANA is also have different in-memory technologies and new technologies which has like column-wise storage, row-wise storage. So all these features which are coming into the new generation kind of data storing. So earlier days, the data storage was in the old traditional format, which used up like like terabytes of data, like TBs of data. So, but now coming to the HANA and the in-memory kind of databases, so the storage spaces are reduced and the usage, okay, as I told, the OLTP systems which have billions of records, earlier days, it was unable to use or even unable to store the data with the queues. So you have to use like lots of processing. But with the HANA database, so you can do your minimal basic reporting. So for example, on the fly calculations and on the fly basic reporting. So if I immediately want to see some kind of reporting, then it's easier when compared to the traditional databases. With the HANA, this is possible. So these are the basic um, details about SAP BW and its different application and usages, and what is SAP HANA. I just went through, and I will say the ABAP, which is a basic programming you can use for the complex scenarios in SAP BW. Okay, these are the details of the SAP BW and its add-ons. If you have any questions, I can answer you.